Hello everyone, it's me, the Shaggy Nomad. We are going to try to get this set up. I decided not to use a camera today, um, but I still hope you guys enjoy. And now I gotta get the game to actually show in the capture. I don't know what's going on with it. There it is. Cool. There we go. There it is. Now I need to change it so that. Oh, wait. Alright, cool. Let me see. Give me a minute. Okay, it looks fine on there. Had to make sure. There we go. Wait, one more thing. Let me make sure that the audio and stuff is coming through. Okay, desktop's coming through, mic's coming through. We should be good. I wonder why this is taking forever to load. There we go. You're finally awake. There's our pilot back from the pre-launch campout under the stars, I see. So it's launch day, eh? Seems like only yesterday you joined the space program, and suddenly here you are, leaving on your first solo voyage. What do you say? Ready to get this beauty off the ground? It's all fueled up and ready. I'm ready if you are. Are you kidding? Of course I'm ready. It's finally time to test new landing hydraulics with the pilot instead of the auto flight system. Speaking of pilots, make sure you don't crash the ship the first time you put it down, you hear? Anyways, you'll need the launch codes from Hornfels at the observatory. What? Before you can lift off, just because you're here once you've said your goodbyes or whatever. Just bring those here once you've said your goodbyes. I thought you've watched me play this game before. Wait, wait, wait. Broke it. Ah, damn it. How did... There we go. The ship is not as hard as this is making it to fly. Come on. Come on. Cool. What's up? Hi, babies. Oh, come on. I need to land it before it... There we go. What is it? I wanted to land it in here before it blew up. There we go.
This is my perfect victory! That's right! I win!
Oh, snap. Wait. Let's try this one more time. There we go. Alright. Cool. Well, that was just like the time the external fuel tanks exploded on re-entry. You'll be okay flying the big one, right? Of course I will. Hey, Hatchling. I hear you're leaving us to seek adventure amongst the stars. When you return, let's you, me, and Gazan open up a bottle of the good stuff. Wait, I'm only seeking adventure amongst one star. Other stars are too far away. The good stuff is less delicious sap wine and more daunting digestive challenge. Iron stomach is the mark of a true Hearthian, my friend. Our hardy hunter-gatherer lifestyle stems from the trial and error, by which I mean our ancestors survived eating a lot of bad things. You're actually blasting off in that thing, huh? I'm told the odds of survival are statistically quite high. Yeah, the space program's certainly come a long way. I should probably thank you for causing fewer flash fires than your predecessors. By the way, good luck with those retro rockets. The projector is linked to our Sky Shutter satellite, which is currently orbiting Tibber Hearth. The satellite is equipped with 2 onboard cameras. See if you can take a snapshot of our village. Okay. The pilot seat used by Pioneer astronaut Feldspar is all that remains of our inaugural flight into space. Although it's been argued such a distinction requires breathtakingly liberal definition of flight, that day will nevertheless always be remembered as the landmark achievement in Hearthian history. So it's launch day, huh? Hal's gonna miss you. Speaking of launch day, I was thinking about it, and the platform the ship launched from is getting old. Isn't it about time you build a new, less flammable one? That big tree in the village would be a perfect choice. I wouldn't mind helping out the space program. Just say the word. The launch pad is flammable. Nice try. We all know you have it out for that tree. I just think it's in the way, and someone ought to chop it down. You know, specifically me. Haha. You think this has to do with that time I fell out of it and broke my arm? That was when we were hatchlings. Who would hold a grudge that long? Hello there, Space Cadet. I hear you're leaving for the crater today. Or leaving the crater today. If you meet any of the other travelers up there, remind them to take proper care of their instruments, won't you? Tell me about the travelers' instruments. Oh, sure, I made all their instruments, you know. Let me see. There's church drums, Rybeck's banjo, and Gabbro's flute. And Felspar's harmonica, of course. What's up, Ace? The Feldbar's been missing for a long time. Sometimes it feels like just yesterday they were playing the harmonica around the campfire. Anyway, you hear music in space. That'll be the one of the space program's other travelers. If you feel like company, you can always pull out your signal scope and track them down. About to go to bed. Got work at 8:30. You're all good, Ace. I've been feeling like shit all day. I already talked to him. Yeah, sure. It's isn't my favorite troublemaker. Hello, astronaut. What's with the radio? We wanted to play hide and seek, but Moraine won't let us borrow their signal scope because it's really delicate and not supposed to be thrown around like that. Hey, can we use your signal scope? Can we please? We'll even let you be it. Sure, let's play. Okay, here are the rules. Galena and me will hide with these radios, and you'll use your signal scope to find us. Last one to find us. Uh, okay. Listen. Okay, close your eyes and start counting. Don't forget you have to find both of us, okay? I won! I'm happy, but thanks for playing with us. How did you win? Fishing rhyme, singing helps me pass the time. You leaving the crater, guess we'll all be a little busier without you around to lend a hand. That big water plant, Giant's Deep, that's where I'd go. Why is that? One time after the rest of the village had left to sleep and it was just the two of us sitting around the campfire, Gabra told me about his first trip to Giant's Deep. They landed their ship easily enough in the waves, but couldn't see too far down on account of how murky the water was. I guess too dark. Gabra wants to see what lays beneath the surface, so they decided to travel deeper. They traveled down and down. Then suddenly Gabra couldn't go any further. Uh, Tell me more. I will. I was just pausing dramatically. As though exercising a will of its own, the water was refusing to let Gabbro go any deeper. It held Gabbro back, almost as if trying to protect them from something. And then in the terrible darkness, Gabbro saw it, the tentacle of some hideous beast. Was there sapwine involved during his thing? Come to think of it, don't you have somewhere you should be exploring that isn't here? I'm this. Hi, astronaut. You know the patch of ghost matter inside the fence? Gossen said it used to be bigger when they were hatchlings. because ghost matter evaporates. It takes a super long time to go away. I hope there's still ghost matter in the village when I've grown up. Ghost matter is awesome. No ghost matter. Whoa, really? That is so cool. Hmm. Oh, hello, astronaut. This is good weather for your launch, right? That's lucky. What are you up to? I'm using a signal scope to pick up sounds from distant planets. It's set to the Outer Worlds Adventure frequency so I can pick up the traveler's music. Last night I heard Rebik's banjo coming from Biddle Hollow. I hope that means they're safe. I can hear different planets too. It depends on what time of day or night it is, since different planets are in the sky at different times. Signal scopes are cool. Excuse me. I saw smoke coming from Young Bar Crater up north and figured I should check it out. You can use the scout launcher, just please don't break it when I'm gone. Quantum Grove Crater, Nomai Ruins, Young Bark Crater, Geyser Mountains. What if we look at Young Bark Crater, which is this one? Hey, I thought I might see you before the big launch. Nerves getting the better of you? Um, I'm a little nervous. Good, everyone should be a little nervous going into space. I got cocky during my first flight and nearly put a new crater in the moon. Still, I was never as green as you. It's not what Slate says. Oi, you know better than to believe a word that lunatic says about me. They're still sore I made them install a safety harness in the cockpit, claimed it would throw off the thrust to weight ratio. Honestly, one of these days I'm going to throw off Slate's thrust to weight ratio. So listen, there's a satellite which is definitely not just a piece of broken mining equipment, set up down in the zero-G cave and it needs repair. If you're looking for a little last-minute zero-G practice, head down the lift and into the cave, or don't, so long as you're confident you can make the ship's repairs in space. One repaired satellite coming up. Cool. Get to it and try not to concuss yourself right before the launch. Who's this? Hey, nice of you to drop down. Give me the dirt. It's fresh dirt, not happened much down here lately. Let me think. Come to think of it, Telkite saw something crash outside the village crater earlier. That's new and different. Oh, hey, how about that? Yeah, they were on fire watch with the old scout launcher and saw smoke, so they wanted to check it out. Safety first, right? No, I'm kidding. I said that to Telkite once. Uh, Pretty rude how long they laughed for, if you ask me. Where is it? Oh, wait. There it is. Nicely done. Of course, it'll be a little more stressful when you're hurtling. It'll be a little more through space, but just remember your training and try not to hit anything big. I can see you're itching to get off this rock, so go to launch codes from the observatory and get out of here already. Best luck out there, and hey, try to avoid getting yourself killed now that I've put so much time into training you. Outer Watch Ventures founding members clockwise from top left: Hornfels, Gossen, Slate, and Feldspar. Timhar's first and only space program can be found did to explore the farthest reaches of our solar system. Feldspar was the first Hearthian to intentionally launch into space. They completed their first orbit around Timberhearth, and later made the first of what would be many landings on our moon, the Adelrock. Hey, hey! It's my favorite astronaut. Launch day at last, huh, buddy? It's Translator Tool's inaugural Flight 2. I'm so excited it's making me nauseous. Just think you'll be able to translate any Nomai text you want. Anywhere you are, the two of us put a lot of work into inventing that tool. Wait, so I invented it too? Oh geez, do not break it. Ignore me, okay? I'm just nervous and I'm not even the one going to space. How are you feeling? I'm excited. Good, you've only been waiting for this day since we were hatchlings. I can't wait to see all your training pay off. So what's dirt? You see the new Nomai statue? New statue? You haven't heard? Gabro brought it back with them from Giant's Deep, and Harfowl's just finished prepping it for display. This is it right here. Neat, huh? Makes me wish we could see what a real live Nomai looks like, but I guess this is as close as we'll ever get. Check it out. Looks like they've had fur. Fur is weird. This is the first fully intact statue ever found, you know? And for how old it is, it's in great shape. Oh geez, I got a little carried away there. Go on, you have a ship to launch. Take care of yourself out there, you hear? This remarkably intact statue was carved by Nomai, an ancient species who dwelled in our solar system thousands of years ago. The statue provides us with the most detailed look yet at the Nomai, who appeared to have been covered with a layer of fur. Note the decorative jewelry that had been carved out of the part of the antlers. Although their artifacts and structures have been found on almost every planet in this solar system, we still have no idea where the species came from or what happened to them. Whew. Great Tower here on Timber Hearth was built to receive transmissions from our deep space satellite, and to this day still houses the first ever photos taken from the entire solar system. These photos were made possible by the deep space satellite's unusual vertical orbit that carries it high above and below the plane of the solar system. Thanks to a recent upgrade, the deep space satellite is now responsible for generating the real-time solar system map used by our astronauts. Watch closely, these balls move on their own. The ground is perfect level, so what do you think causes spooky motion? The answer is the moon. As it orbits our planet, the outer rock's gravity pulls an object from different directions. In fact, it's pulling on you right now. Well, that's cute. Stars like our sun generate light and heat by using fusion, hydrogen, and helium. As it grows older, the star runs out of hydrogen and starts to contract. As star's core contracts, it gets hotter, causing the outer layers to expand. The star has become a red giant. When the core is hot enough, it starts to fuse helium into carbon. If the star is massive enough, it will continue to fuse carbon into even heavier elements like iron. Ultimately, the star will collapse under its own gravity and then explode into a violent event called a supernova. Based on Schur's observation, this will one day be our fate, the fate of our sun. The crystal was taken from Nomai Ruin on Brittle Hollow. Seems to create a local gravity distortion and was most likely used to traverse steep surfaces. Try it out. The Nomai technology brought back from space by our astronauts has been a great boon to... Give me a second. Nomai technology brought back from space by our astronauts has been a great boon to our outer wilds ventures, allowing us to modify expedition gear in exciting and useful ways. For example, the Little Scout now boasts a warp retrieval capability that allows astronauts to recall their scouts almost instantly. This has dramatically reduced the number of scouts lost in the depths of space. What you've seen here are part of the Nomai skeleton. We can tell that their skulls that they possessed antlers and quite unusually only 3 eyes. The Nomai body was mostly adapted for living exclusively on land. The difference in the Nomai's anatomy, such as their shockingly fragile bone structure, shows us that Harthians couldn't have descended from the Nomanian ancestors. It's not clear where the Nomai originated from or why they disappeared. We hope to find more clues to this puzzle as we explore our solar system. Here we go. Cassava, we're nearly ready. Felix and I have finished construction. Says calibrating the device won't take long. Fortunately, the outer rock's lack of atmosphere will make calibration simple. After all this time, I'm thrilled to finally resume our research. The piece of Nomai writing was essential to deciphering their unique language. Although this text is linear, Nomai text often branches off from several points. Interestingly, each branch tends to be written by a different author. I already talked to him. We already did all that. We read all that. We did not read this. This anglerfish specimen was found attached to the landing gear of one of our ships that flew too close to Dark Bramble. It appears well suited to living in dark places with minimal atmosphere. And this is the map. What is that? Okay. There you are. I finished pre-flight observation and local conditions are good. Time to get our newest astronaut off the ground. You'll be our first astronaut ever equipped with Nomai Translator tool. I confess I've been giddy all day just thinking about it. We're better equipped than ever to unravel the mysteries of the Nomai. You and Hal should be very proud of your work. Tell me, what's your plans to do in space? Give me a second. Alright, cool. I want to go somewhere that no one's gone before. I think I'll start with something small. No one's ever landed on the interloper before, you know. Perhaps you'll be the first. I must say, should you choose to go to the Dark Bramble, be very careful. No one explored there before either. For what you'll find are excellent reasons. Well then, looks like all that's left is to send you off. All in all, it's a fine day for a launch. Excellent, you'll be needing the launch codes then. Here they are. Best to get off the ground before Slate makes any more modifications to your ship, eh? Good luck out there. Let me know if I can help you find anything. No, let me read this, I guess. Hornfell's observation. This is incredible. At first I thought the points of light in the image were stars, but they're not. They're galaxies. This image covers a tiny patch of the whole sky, which means the universe contains at least 1,000 times more galaxies than we previously imagined. I think I need to sit down. And this is odd. According to my redshift calculations, every single galaxy in the image is moving away from us. In fact, the farther away the galaxy is, the faster it appears to be moving away. It's almost as if the entire universe is expanding. But if that's true, was everything closer together in the past? And how far back can we extrapolate? Did the universe have a beginning? Okay, yeah. Oh wait, I didn't read that. The strange rock moving around as the grotto appears to react to conscious observation. The level-headed among us realize there must be some sort of optical illusion at play, but Gabbro claims the rock exists in all possible states until it's observed, whatever that means. Whatever is actually happening, both sides of the debate agree the effect is extremely creepy. Hey, so did you get a good look at that Nomai statue? The statue looking at me open. Whoa, the statue was doing what? So its eyes open, then you saw images from your memories and glowing lights flying around? You mean like hallucination? Listen, no offense, but are you okay to launch, like medically speaking? Uh, I mean, if you're saying it happened, then I guess it did, but why? Hornfels tried everything to get that statue's eyes to open and nothing like this has ever happened. I don't think you're going to get any answers from the museum statue, but Gabbro said they were going back to Giant's Deep. Don't know which island they're on, though. Maybe you'll be able to tell you more. On the other hand, Gabbro's, Gabbro, so maybe you'll do better off searching for more info on your own. Geez, now I'm really jealous you're going into space. Hey, see if you can use a translator tool to find out more about the statue, okay? Good luck and safe flying. Hello, astronaut. Are you going to space today? Are you going to space and never coming back like Feldspar did? That's pretty disturbing. But Hornfels says no one knows what happens to Feldspar. Hornfels says they got lost in space even though they were the best pilot ever. You're not as good as Feldspar, so you should be really careful not to get lost. Well, damn. Excuse me. Looks like you're ready to take off. The excitement of the launch is fun and all, but I can't wait to get back to working on the new ship. Working on fixing the autopilot's avoidance system for this one. Sorry. Do I need to suit up if I'm in the spaceship? Let's find out a lot more about the planet that we're already on. Well, that's Dark Bramble. Okay. Hello, hatchling. Thought you were taking the tin can of yours into space today. What are you still doing here? Me, I saw something crash over the horizon. Didn't like what I was seeing in the pictures my little scout was sending back. So I thought I'd come over here myself to take a look. So, what crashed? I don't know what it is exactly. Looks like some kind of planet seed, but it's not anything I've seen on Timberhearth before. And trust me, I was quite the explorer back in the day. Do you think it's extraterrestrial. It kind of looks like something that might have come off of Dark Bramble. Whatever it is, it's put roots down in a hurry. I don't like the look of the thing hatchling, and that's the fact. Think I'll see Marl and Hal loose on it. Set Marl and Hal loose on it. Best get rid of the mess sooner rather than later, and no one can remove an unwanted plant faster than a tree keeper can. I'll have to get a look at what's inside the seed first, though. Don't want to set anybody hacking up a potentially dangerous plant without a better idea of what's lurking inside there. Tuff can help me haul this old scout launcher over here. Obviously, the opening is too small for someone to fit inside, and anyway, I'm not going to blindly stick my hand in anything that looks unpleasant as that seed does. That's a good way to lose an arm or two. Excuse me. I get the launcher when I do this, right? Yeah, cool. Did a lot of damage when it crashed. I like this crater. I threw a little scout into the seed. You did you? And you're telling me it's bigger on the inside than the outside? This is going to be a chore to chop up and no mistake. Can we even remove a seed that doesn't have decency to stay the same size all the way through? Maybe I'd better grab an extra 3 just in case. I can't just hop in there? Wild. Yep, nope, alright. Eh. After closer observation, mining site 2A wouldn't be safe for the native life dwelling in some of this cave's pools, so unfortunately we'll have to mine one of the other sites. On the other hand, New Life, this species is semi-aquatic and very hardy. The ecosystem here is quite robust, so I believe they'll thrive in the very long run. Be cautious in your pools if you visit 2A to meet them. I was watching them once during a rest, and the hours escaped from me. They're fascinating. I wonder what their fourth eye does. There are a few other cave sites that look promising. What about Site 2B? It shares similar formations on strata. This sounds promising. Will you and your monitor investigate if mining Site 2B proves safe for this native species? We'll move our work there next. Site 2B is safe. Coolio says we'll continue to monitor activity and its effect on its life here. Oh wait, there's another way over here. What the? Whoa. Cross-old bark, the quiet shade, in the ancient glade it's always dark. So this is where they started? Huh. That sun looks like it's about to implode. Hmm. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Ooh. What the? Mining site 2B. So this is the other site. What the hell is that? Excuse me. I'm still amazed on how much ore the Ash Twin project requires. Isn't the ore for the remaining towers being built on Ash Twin? The complete towers I've seen are quite large. No material for those towers is all being taken from Ash Twin. The ore we're mining here will be used to craft an immensely thick protective shell that will physically seal off the chamber inside Ash Twin's core. Excuse me. I'm relieved by our clan's decision to use Timber Hearth's ore only for constructing the shell. If eventually life on this planet were to evolve to the point of advanced metallurgy, I'm confident we won't have destroyed their ability to create. They're sealing off all the entrances. I hope they've planned accordingly. Thought you had forbidden your apprentice from making punts, Coleus. How else would he improve? Anything else over here? Oh? That's a little creepy. Oh, wait. Let's see what this says. My gratitude for the latest shipment, Oino. This ore should be the last we'll need for the Ash Twin project. Once we finish the shell that seals off the central chamber, we'll check to ensure there are no longer any physical entrances. Remy and I will be checking the interior and then the exterior for cracks, our final safety check. This is exciting news. Can I offer an extra set of eyes for this final check? Specifically mine. If my work here is complete, I'll be delighted to help. We'll be grateful if you would. The more eyes, the better, as the smallest flaw in opening in the shell that protects the Ash Twin project could lead to disaster. What the? Where does this lead then? It's like keyholes. Oh god, that's actually scary. Oh yeah. Well, the sun imploded. That sound is so unnerving. Are you ready to get this thing off the ground? Ship's all fueled and ready to go. Whoa, bad dream or something? Whoa, bad dream or something? You still look half asleep, but that's negative on being deceased. Now it's tradition to sleep under the stars the night before launch, but if you ask me, it makes you a little bit jumpy. Sorry if I keep stopping mid-sentence. I'm having, like pain in my throat. And I'm getting clogged up. Anything else that I missed on the planet before, yeah. Excuse me. And recording. It's been 2 days since the launch of Deep Space Satellite, and I'm about to view the first batch of photos. Let the record show that on this historic day, our Wild Ventures has... Ah, they're printing, here they come. Stars above, will you look at them? That's Brittle Hollow, and look there, that's Hollow Lantern, and there's Giant Deep and the Quantum Moon. I'm speechless, completely speechless. Excuse me. Every astral body in our magnificent solar system looking stunning from every angle in each of the 3 images and in color no less. Now this is art. I could stare at these photos forever. Doesn't Timber Hearth look tiny from... Hold on, what is that? That can't be right. That's not even possible. Am I interpreting this photo correctly? What's even stranger is it doesn't show up either photos, just this one. Well, there must have been equipment malfunction, I suppose. Only sensible explanation for this. I'll radio Gabbro and ask them to examine the satellite's lenses for defects. What what is it that they're... What is that? Despite my checking on them at least 1,000 times over, the images are still not ready to print over the radio tail. Well, it's like they say, a watch satellite never transmits data. Haha, that's a little joke for you, Journal. No one says that. Someday I'll have to study the mechanic of how time manages to slow to a syrupy crawl whenever I'm anticipating something. In the meantime, I've turned to Gabbro, our resident expert, in leisurely whiling away the hours. He recommends the following. Gabbro's 3 foolproof steps for dozing off. Light a nice, cozy campfire and get comfortable. Gaze deep into the serene warmth. Let time slip away as you allow the flames to lull you into a peaceful slumber. If Gabbro knew I'd taken notes, they'd probably think I'm violently cracked, but I refuse to accept sass from an astronaut who deliberately burns their marshmallows. Property of Chert. I've detected a strange signal coming from deep within the grove in this crater. It's very similar to the signal emitted by the quantum moon, so it stands to reason the two signals are probably related. We don't know much about the quantum moon, seeing as no one's ever to land on it, but hopefully studying the signal in the grove will reveal more about it. Let's go to Giant's Deep first. Wait. Why did it just disappear? Okay, cool. Oop. I didn't even know that this was here. got here? Launch module. Control module. Probe tracking module. Well, that leads out into space, right? Which means we don't want to go that way. Which one was this one? Let's see what the launch module has. Is the planet already red again? Holy... I mean the sun. Is the sun already red again? Holy crap, I've barely done anything! Let's see what this does. Okay, so I can see in here now. There's one floating up there, which means that we can grab it. Okay, well, let's see what this has to say. I have bad news, Avens. Yara says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. I'll be pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassova. Tell Privet and Malo they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain in the construction yard for now. An update, Malo and I will join you and Daz in private left to visit her brother. She fears Idea may feel responsible. I wish I were, my friend, but no, they aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital probe cannon is on indefinite hiatus. Malo, my better 50%. Kazava is sending the last of the cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the eye's precise location. Kazava tells me and the construction yard crew have determined a power setting we are not under any circumstances to go above. I see. Am I right to think that consequently we'll be ignoring that setting? I can posit with nearly 100% certainty our friends have accounted for our natures, so I suggest we do. Given the orbital probe cannon, all the powers can structurally withstand creates the greatest chance of finding the eye of the universe. Yes, the probe must travel as fast as it can, as far as it can. It'll make the adjustments. The thought of concluding our Eldo's curious and challenging search increases my heart's temperature, my love. Alright, so now let's go back up here real quick. We saw that. This should give us some details. 11 minutes, 29 seconds ago. Request to launch probe received from Ash Twin Project. Cannon aligned with a random selected probe trajectory. Gravity field activated. Orbital probe cannon launch request received. Probe launch successful. Probe tracking modules receiving data from probe. Orbital probe cannon structure compromised during launch. Damage to multiple modules detected. Intact, no structural damage. Damage report, severe structural stress detected, assessing damage from modules. Few port window fractured, modules exposed to the vacuums of space. I might be able to go into that room, and I'm gonna have to go on the outskirts of space, which I'm not liking the idea of. If this happens and I get stuck in outer space, then I am going to have to use where is it? We saw the window, right? That's the way I came in. Is it this one? If I get stuck here. I'm gonna have to go up into my ship for a minute because I'm running out of... I know. It's over there too. Alright, let's get to the ship first. Alright. Ah, damn it. You know. Come on. Okay, there we go. It's that one. It has to be, right? Where the... It's to the one over there. So... It's to this one over here. There it is. That's what I was looking for. Yep, cool. Malo, my better 50% cassava is sending the last of the cannon components. Soon, relatively speaking, we'll know the eye's precise location. Imagine Privet, the probe tracking module, will be the first to know the coordinates of the eye of the universe. You'll be the first to see them. I'm honored and terrified. Did I already read all this? Wait, no, I did not. I am honored and terrified. You won't ask the orbital probe cannon to use so much power that it breaks, will you? Fret not, my nervous friend. We only need to fire the probe once anyway, so who minds if it compromises the orbital probe cannon's structural integrity slightly? I would mind, Malo. I would mind because we won't be capable of receiving our probe's data if the probe tracking module is destroyed. This must be the one. I know where this is at, I think. Alright, time to get out of here. The sun's about to explode. I might as well just fly into it so I don't have to deal with it. What the? What's going on? Okay, there we go. Ship's up there. There we go. Okay, cool. The quantum moon. I'd rather die flying directly into the sun than watching it go dark. There we go. Very good beef. You know the ship's dead here, right? Why you suddenly care about safety now? Alright. Alright, let's... Nice to see you. Good to see you made it here in one piece. The first solo launch is a doozy, isn't it? So hey, don't freak out or anything, but lately I keep like dying repeatedly. I don't know, it's pretty weird. What about you? Have you died lately, or is it just me? No, it's me too. We're in a time loop. Time has been behaving unusually lately. Yeah, time loop makes sense. Cool. What do you think it was? I figured it's some kind of fidgety time business, but I wasn't really thinking about what happened to the shape of time, you know? But a loop makes sense here. Let's go with loop for now. Looks like you and I are the only ones who can tell that time's gone all weird. I tried radioing Hornfels and asking if they'd died too, but they thought I was being metaphorical. Even if I tell Hornfels about the time loop, they never remember by the next one. They don't realize anything is different. Here's another weird one for you. Every time I die, all my memories from the loop replay back to me. I'm pretty sure that's related to this big stone Nomai statue I found on the way to the other islands. I was looking at it, and the statue opened its eyes and started glowing. It replayed my memories like I'd seen them through my own eyes, just like what happens each time I die. That happens to me with the statue at the museum. You too, huh? Then the Nomai statues must have something to do with why we're the only ones aware of the time loop. So no glowing statue, no time loop awareness. I think that's going to be my leading theory, but if you find out anything new about the statue or the time loop, let me know. Okay, I'll be digging your butt, twin. Digging your butt, twin. I love you. You okay? You can use my pillow for now if you want. It's cold. Anyway, that's what's new with me, but hey, this is your first solo voyage, kind of. Let's talk about you, you know? How's space treating you? I found something. Nice, what you got for me? Found what happened to the orbital kit. It's again breaking apart at the start of each time loop, for real? Did you figure out why? What's going on? This island is flown into space. For so long it started hypnotizing you. I'm telling you that they put you in a chance if you stare at them for too long. At them long enough. I found something. Too much power. It's kind of scary that it sounds like something Slate or Feldspar would do. I'm pretty surprised that I built something that actually broke. Come to think of it though, broke might be the wrong word because it looks like the orbital probe cannon's still firing successfully at the beginning of each loop. Found something. I found a photo of you inside the old radio tower. Nice. Did I look busy in it? I hope I look busy. Must have been from the time Horfel sent me to check the deep space satellite. They thought Old Spacey might be malfunctioning, but I couldn't find a single thing wrong with it. It's probably how it got a shot of my beautiful behelmeted face, come to think of it. I always thought it was kind of sweet that the best way to find Old Spacey is to use a map that's generated by the satellite itself, isn't it? Like it's inviting us to visit good old deep space satellite, always making sure we know where we're going. Why did Hornfels think it was broken? Don't know if Hornfels probably told me why, but Hornfels tells me a lot of things, and sometimes I tune out or pretend there's a signal interference and I can't hear them, but Guess says the deep space satellite must have sent Timber Heart some weird pictures, but like, what's considered weird for a satellite, you know? If you ever want to visit Old Spacey's fastest is a way to jump in your ship and use the Solstice map to lock onto the satellite, same as you would any astral body. What are you doing out here? Well, what are any of us doing, really? Nah, I'm just kidding. I'm out here exploring our solar system, same as you. But I tell you what, our space really gives you time to think. It's quiet and peaceful out here. I mean, it's usually quiet and peaceful. Sometimes cyclones come by and lift my island. Paradise clean out the water, then less peaceful. Where should I explore in Giant Deep? Here's something you might like. At the start of every time loop, I keep seeing a bright flash in the sky. Something must be happening in the orbit around the planet. What else? What else? Have you been to Statue Island? That's what I've been calling it, seeing as it's the island where I found the glowing Nomai statue. Get it? I was on the beach of the Statue Island when the glowy business happened by that way. It's a nice beach for that kind of thing. I give it a solid 7 out of 10 on the Gabbro relaxation scale. If you feel like checking out the Statue Island, it's the one with two islands connected by a natural rock arch. Well, mostly connected anyway, you'll see. What's up with this planet? Haha, I know, right? Oh, you meant like tell you more about it? I gotcha. Well, Giant's Deep is massive and mostly water, no surprise there. Strong currents way beneath the surface that prevents anything from sinking below it. Seriously, I tried everything I could think of to get past that current, neither idea worked. As for the land masses, I've counted 4 islands, including this one. There's also the one with the Nomai statue I saw on the beach. You've seen the cyclones. Yeah, they're hard to miss. They'll toss up everything in their path, islands included. A little tip, if you get picked up, try to land in water. Less likely to kill you. Where's your ship? That's a good question. It's definitely on this planet somewhere. I mean, unless a cyclone came by and tossed it into space, I guess. God, that'd be pretty nuts. I hope it's not lonely. Um, feels like gravity's heavier on this planet. It is. It's 100% heavier on this planet. That should be the one that actually shoots it down. Statue Workshop. Hmm. They're going to test the memory statues tonight. Flock says it could be dangerous, so we can't come. But what if we didn't use the door and snuck in the other way? Does anyone want to? I really want to see the test too, Lemmy. That's a huge risk to take. We probably shouldn't. Maybe Phlox will let us take later test? See it later test. Phlox specific tells us not to do that. What the? Are you shooting me? Ah, damn it. Oh wait, is it on the wall? It is. That's where it was, okay. Welcome to Giant's Deep, friends. I'm excited for you to meet the statues. If I'm not in my dwelling, I'm likely in my workshop below inside the island. Let's see what we got. They look, they transmit. Time loop. Yara, would you kindly step back so Daz is closest to the statue? When pairing the statue, we'll choose whoever is in the closest proximity. See how its eyes have opened? That tells us the statue is paired with Daz. Now, no matter where he is in the star system, Daz's statue will record his memories and send them to Ash Twin Project. This is extraordinary sculpting work, Phlox. He has outdone himself again, hasn't he? And now that we have our first successful pairing, we can test my memory storage prototype. Each statue will send a single Nomai's memories to his or her storage unit within the Ash Twin. Each storage unit will be equipped with a mast. The statue's counterpart will be able to send those stored memories back to the corresponding Nomai. I've installed the masks inside the Ash Twin Project, Phlox. They look beautiful, although I do feel as though I'm being observed. It's comforting knowing the statues will not pair until the project succeeds, otherwise I imagine the experience would be hard to endure. Ideally, they'll only need to activate once the project succeeds as a safety measure. However, the statues will also activate in the event of equipment failure. They will? Why is that? If anything goes wrong with the Ash Twin Project, the statues and their masks will make us aware of the situation and enable us to fix it. Otherwise, it would be possible for us to remain permanently unaware of the problem. I hadn't thought of that. What a profoundly horrific fate that would be. Oh, there's the masks. Only 2 are being used? Me and the other guy? If that's the case, if it flings us into space, that means I should be able to reach that one over there. Come on. Oh shit. I'm curious, is sending a being's memories back in time the same as sending a being itself back in time? As an example, if we were to send my memories back in time, is that the same as sending me back in time? Not my physical body, but my essence. I imagine they're 2 different actions. Wouldn't both actions be effectively the same? Suppose that time was being rewritten. I believe this is different than receiving memories from what is effectively the future. But isn't the end result identical in either case? Alright, now... Here we go. We already read that. So yeah. And we already read it on this. And we already did that too. Ah, there's the shipyard. We got an issue. There we go. This is it. We finished building the final orbital probe cannon module and are ready to send it into orbit around Giants Deep for assembly. To all my friends here at the construction yard, my gratitude for your tireless work. I had given up hope, but I truly believe this cannon may actually succeed where many others' attempts have not. Are you going gelatinous, honest love? I'm delighted by your words, but they're atypical for you. If I'm ever half as gooey as Malo and Evans behave together, Daz, you may launch me from the orbital cannon. Our next step will be to send Privet up in the orbital cannon to install the probe tracking system. If I know my brother Avens and his spouse will want to launch the probe with as much power as possible, I'm worried the cannon would break under the strain. Propose we give Avens and Malo a slightly lower maximum power setting than the absolute maximum power to create the room for their enthusiasm. Up, the sun's exploded. Excuse me. I already read through all that. 5 minutes, 1 minute 50 seconds. Long range probe successfully launched from the orbital cannon. Bad news, Avens Vero. Yarrow says there was a problem with the proposed power source, so the orbital probe cannon won't be asked to fire. I hope you're pulling my locomotive limb here, Cassova. I wish I were my friend, but no, they aren't certain they can fix the problem, so the orbital cannon is on definite hiatus. Tell Privet and Malo they should return from the cannon. My spouse and I will remain at the construction yard for now. Update, Malo and I will join you and Daz. Privet left to visit her brother. She fears Idea may feel responsible. Konoe, Daz, and I were lifting orbital probe cannon components into orbit for assembly, and one somehow sank down beneath the current. Konoe, you should have seen it. We thought it was impossible for any cannon component to sink even partially below the current, where ours sank straight to the core. Casanova convinced me to try not to try to recreate the phenomenon myself using other cannon parts. We're very curious to know what happened. How could something pass through the current? My gratitude for your interesting question. This is exciting. Spire constructed a model of Giant's Deep here at Bristol Hollow's Southern Observatory, and it reveals how the object might sink below the current. Brittle Hollow. Kanoi, I'm unable to grasp the answer looking through the projection pool. If I visit the observatory, would you kindly explain? If you don't mind the trek beneath the surface to the South Pole, I'd be delighted to see you. There are two trailheads, one at Brittle Hollow's Gravity Canyon and one at Tower of Quantum Knowledge. I think I can tell what it is from here. It's the way that it rotates. One rotates counterclockwise. Why else would there be tornadoes over there? I might still go there anyway. Alright, cool. If I get hit, I'm gonna be flung into space. This is gonna be bad. Here we go. Is there anything at the eye of the storm of this one? Uh-oh. What did I just do? managed to get to the middle. I don't know if this is something I was supposed to find now or not. Be welcomed in this place as Tower shares with all who ask knowledge needed to make his or her first quantum journey. In this place without friends, however, these are lessons to learn for yourself. Aha. Observing quantum object, observing image of a... Wait, so I can observe an image of a quantum object? That's good. That's good to know. So, for example... Cool. What's this say over here? Oh, it's literally the same. Alright, cool. What you say? The arch and the crystal do not naturally meet. There we go. What the... There. What's this say? This is the last one, but we made it harder. How am I supposed to... There. There we go. What the? We offer congratulations, you've learned the rule of quantum imaging. Take this knowledge with you on the reminder of your quantum journey. The other quantum shards have other lessons to teach. Our curiosity goes out with you on your journey. You walk in the footsteps of those who came before you, and your path guides you, those who will follow you later. Hmm. see if he has anything to say real quick. That doesn't look healthy. Seeing home in the face of kind of deep threats. No, seriously, I'm gonna take. Let me teach you. Close your eyes. He made me literally rest until the next. Okay. Look, look, look. You've got to see this. The Nomai statue's eyes are open. Yeah, it used to be closed. Probably should have started with that. Now they've opened. We're not sure why they opened since no one actually saw it happen, but this is huge news. Should someone tell Gabbro or maybe Ryback? Oh, stars, this is exciting. It makes my stomach hurt. The statue's eyes. Bet you wish you'd seen that happen, huh? Sigh, me too. I'm not even a little closer to understand what's going on with the statue. Feldspar was one of the 4 founding members of Outer Wilds, along with our flight coach, Ghassan, Slate, the engineer, and me. Scott Control and later the museum creator. I didn't work with Feldspar as close as Slate and Ghassan did. I can tell you Feldspar was absolutely fearless, though. Nothing scared him. Test piloted everything Slate ever built. It's a wonder Feldspar lived to see space, frankly, but they did. Flew all sorts of dangerous stunts and explored everything they could find. Then one day they didn't come back. We don't know what happened, or where Feldspar went, or even whether he's still alive, or they're still alive, not he. It's been a long time since they left. The sun's beautiful one. It's like where's the giant deep? I actually don't know. Let's go here first, I guess. This place ain't big. This is just an observatory. I was upstairs testing the eye signal locator and can hear and follow the signals from the sun, Giant's Deep, and Brittle Hollow. However, everything strange is happening when I ask the eye signal locator to follow the eye signal. The device indicator rotates wildly and never points out just one direction. This is a curious result. It's possible the eye has stopped calling out its signal. I see I most likely calibrated the locator incorrectly. Privet, my apprentice, and I will make adjustments and try again. An update, disappointingly, everything is correct calibrated after all. Saddens me to posit this, my friends, but I believe the locator cannot detect the eye signal. We must need to build a more sensitive device if we wanted to locate the eye in the universe. Then we will build it. Don't lose hope, Cassava. Our search for the eye is what brought our clan to this place. We won't give up that easily. Where should this new, more sophisticated locator be built? It may need larger than this eye signal locator is. The southern glacier on Brittle Hollow has ample available space. I could construct a new building to house this proposed locator. Yes, let's build there. I imagine our young friend Conway would enjoy this immensely. He's always held a great interest in the eye, especially for a child born so long after the crash. I'll begin construction on Brittle Hollow's South Pole immediately. Onona and those of us originally stranded on Ember Twin built on a quantum moon locator there, but the heat of the sun made its construction challenging. I wouldn't recommend building on that planet. Well, I've seen this ruins in other travelers' pictures, but seeing it for myself, it's really old, isn't it? But wow, this is the coolest day of my life. Okay, time for some official notes. So this is some kind of Know My locator. You can point out the different planets, which is incredibly cool, by the way. But from what little I can understand of the writing here, I think it was built to try to find something specific. I'm not sure. I also was able to translate something about the South Pole of Brittle Hollow, so I'll fly there, see if I can learn more. Yep, just gonna get back in the old ship and take off. Totally safe, most safe. Oh, stars above. Oh, hey, it's you. Ground control didn't tell me you were launching. Long time no see. Actually, I guess it's been a long time since I've seen anyone. Was that you whistling? Probably. Or actually, definitely. The other travelers carry instruments so they don't bother whistling. You can pick up the music with signal scope, you know. Best spot is North Pole. Great reception. North Pole is marked in red on the minimap, but the outer rock is pretty small moon, really. Just go north, you can't miss it. It seems lonely up here. A little. I'm in touch with ground control, Hornfels and Gosan mostly, and they radio up chatting. Then, when the ground control forgets I'm up here, and they usually do, I launch my little scout at the village. They forget about you? I don't blame them. For one, I don't check in often as the other travelers since I'm always in one place. It's not so bad up here, really. At least it's peaceful and quiet. You don't always get that in our solar system, let alone in our village. Don't go. I mean, anything else you wanted to ask? Okay, so he said the pole. This is the pole, right? Esker signal scope log. Still not picking up Rybox Banjo from Brittle Hollow. I'm sure they're fine, but I feel better once I can hear the music. Listen to Chirp play for a while, day unrelated. Someone should tell Porphy and Gasan their flirting is not subtle, but aerial perspective. Banjo's music's coming in loud and clear today. Sounds like Ryback's doing okay. That Ophi was worried. Today I thought I heard something strange. I don't know. It was probably nothing. No, it's back again today. Something strange is coming from Timber Hearth. Okay, I know this is scary, but the sound from Timber Hearth sounds exactly like Feldspar's harmonica. But Feldspar disappeared in space ages ago. It can't be them. It's still there. Here. This is creepy. Maybe my signal scope is broken. I'd better talk to Nice. Property of Chert. This is an old crater. The neat thing here is the composition of the samples I took from the impact site matches the composition of ice on the outskirts of Dark Bramble. I'd posit the Addle Rock was hit with a piece of the planet that used to be where Dark Bramble now lies. To follow up on, maybe there are more fragments of the old planet Dark Bramble be destroyed on the other astral bodies in the solar system. Sun's red. Cool. Now I need to go to... Where is it? Ah, there it is. Well, I died. Sector 4 entry, whatever. Crashes 2, boring crash 0. Remember to see Slate when I get back. Haha, yeah. Yeah, all the way down to the core. Consider yourself conquered, Giants Deep. You are now feldsparred. That was one of the more dramatic feats, if I do say so myself. Can't believe I wasn't electrocuted. I can't wait to tell Cornfels and Gosson about this one. I guess brute force isn't always the answer. Right, so that's one more off the list. Seems all that's left is the big one. Dark Bramble, here I come. Well, that's where he went. My ship ended up all the way over there. Well, ain't that fun. Let's see, we've explored this. We've explored that. Why it got lifted back up again? That poor island. Yeah, which means that this one shoots downwards. We already did that. I think we're looking for... Yeah, there you are. Hey, nice weather we're having. Wait, have I used that one before? What are you doing out here? Where should I explore? What's up with this planet? I found something. I reached the insides, and then I created those head suches record memories, huh? Yeah, I could see them by doing that. Not sure what for, but it seems like that sort of thing. I think the set you're recording our memories then? Because I remember that one time on the beach looking... Remember that one on the beach looked at me funny? That must be my memory friend. I guess that's all I can tell you. Can't even tell you about that other thing? Alright. What will I learn from this? We know that it'll shoot us down. It's that one. Doesn't look like I can still go underneath of there. Well, that's the anteloper. Where's the satellite at? He said that I could lock onto the satellite, but I don't see it. Birdo Hollow, Hollow Lantern, Hourglass Twins, Timber Hearth. That's our home planet. We've already been on the moon. It's not there no more. Where'd it go? Oh, no, it's still there. Dude, it's so far away. I don't want to move though. As long as I move slowly, I should be fine. This is actually agonizing. Because I don't want to die. I don't think this is it. It might be though. No. This is 100% it. Okay, cool. It's so far away. Is that the body of an anglerfish? That must have been what I saw when I shot it through the hole. Alright, cool. Is there a way for me... Okay, there we go. Why can't I can't go in there? I need to land here. Oh, fuck. Wait. What if I do it from this side? No? Okay, I might have to abandon ship just to... What if I park on top? Well, hello, Feldspar. Where'd you come from? No one's coming here. Well, ever. Actually, that makes you the second Hearthian to ever reach Dark Bramble after me, of course. Well done. Say it's you. They made you an astronaut and you haven't blown yourself up yet? Good for you. Have you been in Dark Bramble this whole time? Depends on how long all this time is. I've been here a while, I guess, ever since I crashed my ship into... That is, ever since my daring escape from the jaws of an anglerfish. No need to be rude. My story goes like this. I just finished exploring the core of Giant's Deep and I wanted to try my hand at Dark Bramble, seeing as no one had ever done it before. Getting around Dark Bramble is easy, mind you. Once you've dodged one massive interdimensional vine bristling with thorns, you've dodged them all. But after a while I run into huge anglerfish. You've seen them, big gnarly things, and this was the biggest one I've ever seen. I pull a few stunts, try to shake the thing off. Nothing too fancy. I'm going full speed when the fish clips me, knocks me into a vine. Oh, well, like I said, I crashed. Blammo. On impact, my ship starts making noise like coming apart from the inside, and I think, well, ain't that great. Sure enough, I barely get out of there before an electric system starts sparking like crazy. It's either move fast or die unpleasantly, so I had to put a little distance between me and my poor, fried ship. I camped out near where I crashed at first. I found the skeleton later, great find. Would have been stupid not to use it, so I moved my setup over here and planted my emergency tree seeds. Been here ever since. Wow. Yeah, pretty much. Anyway, that's how long I've down hunting. Story's over, but feel free to stay and enjoy a fire for a while, or don't. Fire's not going anywhere. Where should I explore here? That's the spirit. Anywhere is good, but you should know how space is weird here intensely. Ever tried throwing your scout into one of those weird seeds? See there with the little opening? It's just big enough to launch one through. Your scout tracker will tell you the scout is in two places at once, but don't think that that's wrong. I don't think it's wrong exactly, because space doesn't work right here. That seed looks small, see, but inside it's bigger, much bigger. I've had a lot of time to think about this, and my theory is space and dark bramble kind of expands as you go through each sphere. That's why it's bigger inside those seeds. Keep in mind while you're exploring dark bramble, maybe you won't get lost in forever. How'd you do it? Giant's Deep Core? Huh? That was a wild one, but since you're asking, I gotta assume you haven't made it down there yourself yet. If I tell you how, it kind of feels like cheating. On a completely unrelated note, that sure was a big hollow vine my ship crashed into. Yup. If I were you, I'd go take a walk to see where it ends. You'd want to go to the tail end of this angular fish skeleton here and look for a flickering light in the fog. That'll be my old ship. Path starts there. That's bad business. A shirt will tell you if you much glance in the dark bramble's direction. There used to be a fifth planet where the bramble is now. The infernal plant appeared to center and kept growing until it shattered the planet. If you don't get the seed you found sorted real quick, like I suspect Timberheart will be heading toward the same fate, and I tell you what, we Hearthians have overcome far too much to be done in by a worthless seed. Shouldn't I talk? Well, yeah, sure. Whenever you have the time. Frankly, I kind of like it out here, quite peaceful-ish. You're a little young to understand, but it's a lot of pressure being the best that ever was. Been nice to have a break. It was here when I got here. As near as I can tell, the animal was chewing on the vine, eating a seed, and then the seed grew inside the poor fish's stomach. This happened. Gross, huh? The skeleton was a good find. Keeps the fish away. See, they're territorial, so mostly avoid each other. That's why I set up camp here. Straight on the 10. Okay, yeah. Something's about to explode and I'm inside of this thing. And I'm probably gonna have to come back here because this looks like it leads somewhere. Yep. When I say number one crashes, whoa, never thought of species outside Giant's Deep. They were awfully useful back there. Maybe a jellyfish could be useful here too. Blair, the thing tastes terrible. The outside's rubbery. Maybe that's because the insulated. So if I go on the inside, I'll be fine? Cool. Thanks, guys. Well, there's an explosion. Why would the bramble get dark? I'm gonna quit for tonight. Yes. It can be intense for some players if they become an obstacle to your enjoyment of Outer Wilds. A reduced frights option is available. Well, guys, thank you for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed. I will probably be streaming a little more tomorrow. Um, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.